Hi, this is Love Majewski of VH1's Mob Wives, and you're rocking with RockMetal Inc.
Hi, I'm Naycee reporting for RockMetal Inc. We are having an exclusive interview with one of the mob wives, the notorious Love Majewski.
The infamous.
The infamous, yes.
Notorious does it justice to them.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing great. I'm actually feeling good. I always love being here, and I love talking to you guys. I really enjoy working with Nick, so I'm doing good.
Now tell him that you contacted RockMetal Inc. because you wanted to speak out, right?
Oh, well, Nick and I have been friends for a while, so we've been talking back and forth for a little bit. So he's kind of got some behind-the-scenes info anyway, you know?
Right.
So, he's in the know. He's no fool.
So tell me about your name. Where did you get that name, Love?
My name, Love? My mom named me Love. Yeah, that's my birth name. That's my government, actually. That's it. I'm Love Majewski. And it's funny because people always say, like, is that a stage name? And I'm like, where is this stage? Tell me where the stage is. I'll be happy to make it a stage
You're like
name.
a performer.
Yeah, really? Well, now I am a performer. But at the time when I was doing makeup and people would say that's me, I'm like, a stage name? Where's the stage? I'm doing makeup.
Right.
So, anyway, so there's a lot going on in the lands of love lately, as you know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, I'm working on some really exciting new projects. Unfortunately, although I really enjoyed working with VH1, and Mob Wives was a good experience for me, it's time for me to move onward and upward, and it's time for me to branch out into my own things. So I'm kind of working on my own projects right now, doing my own thing, which is really exciting. It's a lot different than when you have to balance out against the cast, especially because my castmates are such they're such strong personalities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I've known the girls my whole life, so it's like, I mean, with the exception of Carla, who nobody knows, who, was hired for the show, but like everyone else, I've known my entire life, so it's like, I accept their personalities. I know Karen's really strong personality, Ramona's really bougie, like, I know who they are, so I'm accustomed to that, but
you've got the biggest personality. I think so, because everyone's
big enough to fit on my own show, girl. It's big enough to fit on my own show. So let's see. Fingers crossed. It's more organic. This is like just love, raw, doing me and being me. And it's like, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for the viewers to see it because so many people have supported me in this.
Right.
They've watched what's going on. And a lot of the viewers picked up on the fact, like, hey, we're asking for more love and we're getting less love. Like, what's going on? And they realized that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Why do you think that was?
Well, it was obvious that they didn't anticipate that I would have the popularity that I did. So I guess they wanted to try to contain it and keep the people that they were comfortable with owning, in the lead. And they weren't comfortable letting me, jump to the front. But it's ironic because I didn't think I did or said anything that was so outlandish. I was just being me.
Right.
I wasn't going for ratings. I wasn't going for viewers. I wasn't going for anything like that. I was just being myself, and if people like it, great, then I'm happy and I'll continue to do it, But prior to doing the show, I had a business. I was almost 20 years in the cosmetic industry. I must have been 3 when I started, but
I saw your story. You had something, I Married a Mobster.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Your last story was on.
Well, I did. I Married a Mobster. I did Deadly Sins, both on ID. There was, there were a few books that were written that I was in, and there was actually a movie that I worked, that they based off of my life story when I was young. So it's not like I'm new to all this stuff. I'm new to being myself in front of the cameras,
But you're so natural, though.
Thank you.
Yes.
I will say one thing, like they tried to make it seem as though this issue with Carla was a really major key component of my life when I really don't give a shit about it. I really never did.
Right.
I was, for 1 week in November, I asked Ange, I asked Drita, I asked a couple of people, like, why is this girl talking about me? They used that footage from that 1 week, all like 13 episodes. They kept putting different clips of so it looks like that's all I'm talking about. Meanwhile, I talked about so many other amazing things. I'm designing new products, I'm launching a new part of my line, I'm working with charities, I'm doing all these different things, and they didn't want to show me as that person that's doing all these different positively, upwardly mobile things. They wanted to show me like stuck in the same rut, like that this was really crushing me. It was killing my life. When I really don't care about this girl. I never did.
Right.
I asked once or twice, like, what the fuck is her problem with me? Because I don't care about this woman. I don't know about her. You know, I don't want really anything to do with her. I have my own life. I've got my own situations going on. I've got to run more than one business. I've got all kinds of things going on. Do you think I have time to care about someone who does nothing with themselves?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't. But I've gotten some really supportive emails and some really great friends that I don't like to refer to them as fans. I actually really get turned off when people do that because, like, who the hell am I to say they're my fans? Like, I say they're friends I haven't met yet. And, like, I've gotten some great emails, some great supportive
Yeah, you have a big fan base.
Yeah, well, you know, considering that I was only on one season, like, I was surprised by the amount of people that reached out to me. And the other thing is, I don't block people. Like, when someone says something negative, I'll take that negative comment and I'll ask them why they feel that way and what they saw. And I will have open a dialogue with them, a dialogue with them. And generally what most people do, you know, like the person that we will not mention that has issues with me, she's had every one of my followers, like, blocked or suspended or whatever. She's, you know, reported them to Twitter. Like, who has time to do that? I don't know about her, but I don't have time to do that. She needs to get a life. Like, I don't have time for that. So, like, I'll ask the person, if I'm on there, I'll say to them, well, why do you feel that way? And, like, when they say to me, well, because you're this, and that. And I say, okay, well, you're defending this person. Has she ever even answered you back? No, she hasn't. Is she following you? No, she isn't. Okay, so then let's go back to why you feel this way. Because you saw 1 second of what, and they cut it in half, and you didn't see the entire dialogue. Well, would you like me to explain it to you while I have a minute?
Yeah.
You know, and then what happens is people end up unfollowing her and then following me, and it's happened at least 10 times. And I'm like, this is crazy, because once people see the actual truth, you know, their opinion changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's why I'm looking forward to having my own project and my own show, because I want to be able to just show the truth and show the real me. You know, I'm putting it all out there. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, fuck it. Then you don't like me, and it's okay. I'll deal with it. I'll take the repercussions, you know, but you know, there's consequences to everything you do. And I've never once said that I was innocent or that I didn't do any of the things I was accused of. What I said is, I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm human, and I've learned from those mistakes. And I think that's why viewers and why people can relate to me, because everyone has made mistakes. Everyone has had their heart broken. Everyone has believed in the wrong person. Everyone has, you know, just had somebody talking about them or bullying them. Everyone's gone through the things I'm going through, and I think that's what makes me relatable.
Yeah, because I think people can identify you, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, she's like a real type of gal, you know?
Yeah. It wasn't until one of the viewers pointed out to me that every title for every show has some negative connotations towards me, and I didn't realize it. And I was like, oh my God, I really was railroaded. Like, I'm being used as the fall guy. I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't see it that way. Like, every title is like Crazy Love, Love Hurts, No Love Lost. And I was like, Jesus, it's right there in the titles of the show. Like, and I never looked at it like that. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to working in a more positive environment where I'm free to be me, and I'm working with people that appreciate me for who I am and who covet who I am. Right. You know, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes.
We all have, right?
Yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes, and like, I want to be able to talk about them, and I want to be able to reach out. Like, one of the programs I work with is about reaching out to young women. And it's like, I want to reach out to those young girls that are in the situation that I was in, that are 14, 15, 16. Yeah. I don't want to talk to people after the fact. I want to talk to them before it happens and be like, listen, before you give up your boyfriend who may be going to college and working at McDonald's, and you get in that Mercedes with the chrome rims and you take off with this drug dealer or, you know, mob guy or whatever he is, gang banger or whatever, like, take a step back and think about it. Like, because the things you have right now, you believe in yourself, you're going to school, you have goals for yourself, they'll be gone. You'll be following him, and you'll be like living in his shadow. And I lived in other people's shadow for years. Right. And now finally I'm free to branch out on my own, and I'm doing it, and I'm loving it.
Can we talk about the finale? Because tonight is the season finale of Mob Wives, and from what I see, it looks hella crazy.
Well, it's actually tomorrow.
Well, tonight. Because
tonight is the filming of the reunion.
Oh, the reunion. So
It's
we're not
filmed
going to
tonight.
see that episode.
No, well, I was I'm banned from the reunion. I was not allowed to attend the reunion.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of people guessing why and a lot of controversy surrounding it and whatever. And the basic bottom line is, I enjoyed working with VH1. I had no issues with them. I wasn't fired by VH1. I wasn't terminated by VH1. Left Right Productions and Electus, who are the production companies, they chose to end my contract early or to, terminate my services, and Just Gen Productions.
Okay.
And that's who signed off on it. That's who's on the letter and who sent it to me. I was shocked. I was hurt. But now looking back in hindsight, like I said, right in the titles of the show, it says what I was there for, So I guess they brought me in to kind of boost the ratings or whatever it was, to have some kind of controversy because everyone was tired of seeing the same people talking about
You were actually trying to get on the show. Weren't you supposed to be in the prior seasons?
Well, no, I actually was working on other projects. Like I said, I was on
Right.
I Married a Mobster. I was on Deadly
Under
Sins.
contract, right.
So yeah, I was working
Right.
elsewhere. And
Okay.
and when this came to me, I thought, what a great idea. I could work with my girlfriends that I grew up with, hang out with my friends, and get paid for it. What's better than that? I didn't realize how contrived things were and how they would push us into situations to make us look like we fight and and it was just really, it was awful. It's kind of destroyed a lot of our friendships, a lot of our relationships. It's been really hard on everyone, and I'm so grateful to be free of it and to be concentrating on myself. Right. It's like I'm born again. It's
you're born free.
I feel like I'm like the phoenix from the flames.
Yeah.
When I was working with them, it was I didn't have any time for myself. And now, it's I get up 7 o'clock in the morning, I run, I work out, I became a vegetarian, I'm eating right, and I'm taking care of me. And it's I'm working on another project. So it's not you have to sell out to work on a project. Right. It's you just have to have the right people on the right project to appreciate and covet who you are and what you're trying to do with yourself. They encourage me to be the best version of me that I can be, and that's what I'm doing.
So the demise of because you didn't show up on the reunion is not because of Carla, because she didn't want you there?
Well, I don't know what caused them to make me not be there, but
Right.
that's what has been said. What the rumors are that she had threatened suits and
filed a lawsuit,
lawyers,
right.
and police and things like that, and that the only way to appease her was to terminate me and not have me show up. But I've been lied to by these companies, this particular company before, so I'm not really concerned with it. I don't care. I really never had that much interest in her, and it's sad to say, but if you follow my Twitter feed, you'll see I don't really spend a lot of time talking about her. All she does all day long is bash me, because that gets people's attention. She's oh, Love's getting the new followers, so let me talk about Love so that her followers will come over here and follow me to rebut me,
right.
And argue with me. I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't need that. There are too many positive things that I want to talk about to be involved in any of this nonsense negativity. And I don't know, I can't name one positive thing that she has ever brought to any situation that she's ever been involved in. As far as I'm concerned, it's she went from calling Ramona Lucifer and Satan and whatever else to fighting with, she was Karen, Renee, just down the entire list. And we don't know this girl.
Right.
We didn't grow up with her. We know her ever since the show started.
Okay.
She knew Renee, I don't know how well, but she knew Renee. The rest of us don't know her. So...
Right.
This girl comes in out of nowhere and is going to start trashing all of us. Of course, everybody's going to get defensive. Who the fuck are you? You don't know what we've all been through together.
Right.
So I don't know what her hold over them is or what her input is, but the reality is that she was not comfortable with me being there, so I wasn't there. And anybody that's going to watch the reunion is going to see a one-person tennis match. They're going to watch her talk about me while I'm not there to say...
To justify yourself, right.
No, I can't say why I'm pissed off. I can't say what she's really done.
Right.
I can't say anything, So it's how interesting is that? Would you watch a one-person tennis match? Because I certainly wouldn't.
We want to see both sides.
We want to see both sides, So she actually did me a big favor by having me banned or whatever it is they say she did, because now the viewers don't want to watch.
Yeah.
They're why would I watch? To see her bitch about love and make up lies about love. Like when I didn't even want to watch last week's episode, and when I did catch a glimpse of it, the things she was saying about me was so absurd and so ridiculous that they were comical. And
right.
I had like a 15-year-old girl write to me, and she figured it out. And she was like, I don't understand. The timelines don't match up. If your birthday was in November and you're getting your nails done and you're talking about going to your birthday party and you say something about like, why is Carla talking about you? Why are they trying to make it seem like it just happened yesterday? And all these things. And I was laughing because I was like, even a young girl is figuring it out.
Noticed.
I was like, wow, they really kind of blew it. But, you know, it's their show to do what they please with it. And God bless them, and good luck to the girls that do stay and whatever. But, you know, basically, you know, Carla's running the show. She's calling the shots. She called herself the boss bitch, and I guess she is.
What about the tattoo? You were talking like something like her husband.
Oh, about my logo, about my logo.
Right. I thought that was kind of...
The ironic part is that I actually have photos of the front of this skincare salon that still has my logo, which has been tattooed on my arm for years. There you go. You can see it.
That's what I saw.
Okay. And it's turned this way, the exact same logo, upside down, and it says Angel Skincare. So the funny thing is that when it did happen, my attorney contacted them, and they said, Joe actually himself even told me personally, I bought the logo for $100 offline.
Right.
I'm sorry if it was yours. I had no idea. It's just a coincidence, whatever, and I will take it down. He immediately took down the Facebook page that had it on it. They changed the logo. I mean, in seconds. After the phone call from my attorney, they changed it in seconds. They still have one of the logos up on the outside of the salon, which is the dead giveaway. But for them to act, for her to sit there and act, and if you watch the scene, she can't even look anyone in the eyes when she's saying it. She's like a terrible liar. So she's saying, I have no idea. I've never heard anything about this. How could you not hear anything about it when I paid my attorney to contact you, and your ex-husband apologized about it? So like, how could you not know anything about it? You know, like, make up your mind. Which story is it? You know, so I just... Basically, what she's trying to do is trying to convince everyone. And if you need to shut the other person out and not have them in the room to win people over to your side, then you're just a liar, period, the end. You know, because if it's a good debate, you want both parties there because you want to get your point across and you want to know why. That's what I want to know is why. What is your issue with me? Like, you know, I understand you're...
She's had an issue with you since day one.
Yeah, I understand you're jealous. Yeah. I understand you've got... But to me, I don't even get that. Because, like, I don't get the whole jealousy thing and the whole nonsense. It's like, I never did anything to you. It's like, just leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. What did I ever do to you? It's like, for her to bring up such terrible things, like, she actually made fun of the fact that I had a miscarriage and that I lost my child. I don't think there's any single woman in America that would agree with her and side with her for doing that.
Right.
And to do it so publicly on Twitter and then delete it afterwards and deny it, you know, and so many reporters and so many bloggers and journalists caught it, including Nick, you know, he caught it and was like, who says Love's just mad because her baby died? Like, how sick is that? And then, you know, another blogger interviewed my ex, and it was really tragic for me because it was like reliving the whole experience again. But, you know, if that's what she needs to do to feel like she's one up to me, then God bless her, because that kind of stuff is never ever going to win over me. You know, the best revenge is doing good, you know, doing well, looking good, feeling great, and that's it. So, you know, onward and upward for me, and like, shame on her, too bad for her. It's going to suck for her when the show ends because ain't nobody going to want to see her ass ever again.
All right, well, we've enjoyed this conversation with Love. Thank you so much, and, you know, follow her.
Follow me on Twitter at Love Majewski. I'm on Instagram, Love Majewski. That's Majewski, and you'll find me everywhere like that. Facebook.
What about a message to your fans that are follow you?
Well, you know what? All of my supporters, thank you so much for supporting me through this difficult period. And I have got amazing things in store for you. You are going to be so grateful that you stuck around.
Yay. Thank you.